BMitch and Finlay, 106.7 The Fan. We've been going through the top 10 rosters in the NFL. And I think we got through 9 of them. And we have one more to go. But I'm going to run through it again. You know, I'm learning from how the people do stuff on TV. You run back through it to prolong it. And I'm sure if anybody want to pull this thing up, you can go to it's called the 33rd Team, and it's .com, and it's by Ian Valentine. Number 10 was the Los Angeles Rams. Number 9, Green Bay Packers. At the Baltimore Ravens. Miami Dolphins, 7. New York Jets, 6. We disagree with that. Detroit Lions, 5.
Too low.
Kansas City Chiefs, 4. Cleveland Browns, 3. Philadelphia Eagles, number 2. All right, when you start looking to put a team together, you normally look at the rosters and you begin to feel like how well they play together.
Mm-hmm.
When you see guys like second-round picks, third-round picks, fourth-round, fifth-round picks, those guys are playing like the best at some of their positions.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get somebody from that team. We went out and we got a guy named Adam Peters to come here and be our general manager because he was on a team that seemed to know how to put stuff together.
Among the best.
And the number 1 team in the NFL overall roster are the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I say I disagree because they had to deal with Kansas City, and Kansas City seems to win. So I don't know if you got the best roster or not, but when the team beats you, it's hard for me to put you in front of them. But I can understand where they're coming from. Left tackle, as good as any in the league. Tight end, as good as any in the league. Their quarterback, who was Mr. Irrelevant, has been damn relevant since he's gotten the job.
Pro Bowl by
their
my
running
standards.
back, highest paid in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They have other offensive linemen over there, too. We just finished talking earlier about Brandon Ayuk, someone that I know a lot of Commanders fans want on this football team.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy. They got another guy, they name him Debo, okay, on offense.
Freak.
Flip it over. You got Warner and Greenlaw, okay? they have players, and then their whole Bosa.
The safety's all pro.
Their safety, their D tackles, they have all kinds of people. That team is loaded, okay? And I think the reason like I decided that I wanted to do this, although the Commanders won the top 10, is because a guy that helped orchestrate and construct that team is a guy that now is constructing our team. And I believe that there's a chance we can slowly creep up. I don't know how soon to the top 10, but it'd be better than being in the bottom 10 where we've been for a long time.
Real good teams identify talent between the 4th and the 7th round better than everybody else.
Yeah.
You look back at his drafts, not only do guys make your team, they become Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
Picked in that realm. He's dominated that. Then you got to have coaches to get people to be better. I think it's pretty safe to think now that this staff will outcoach our last staff in their first game.
But it's like, doesn't it come down to a connection and a relationship with the GM first? I think the GM and his scouting staff, then the GM and the coach. Because if I am going to be here, if you're gone, I need to be constructing things that I know, because you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I decided on the type of coach I wanted. So if I'm going to make sure I try to keep this thing in order, I've talked on these airways for a long time, Doc, about the Ravens and the Steelers and teams like that, because no matter what year you look at, they basically run the same damn stuff.
No question.
They have
That's
all
smart.
the coaches that are very similar. We always went with a different coach, which means you had to change your roster.
Mix, and match.
So what you have to do is, if you want to have, and that's what I think what Adam and Dan have been saying, that they're trying to build prolonged success. Right. So you got to establish a foundation first, and then you try to keep it going. So if Adam Peters knows what he's looking for, and this is a hypothetical, if things were to change later on, he knows what type of coach to look for.
Philadelphia is your prime example. They went to the Super Bowl lost both coordinators and fell apart
Yeah.
because they broke they don't necessarily have a mold for it. They did it off individuals, not the system.
Mhm.
When I accused Monica, your wife, of making all the gumbo all them years, but when I went over there and watched you do the process, I said, I'm gonna go over there because I never believed you did it, ever. I said every year,
That's a
Monica,
damn.
you are
That's a little.
no, I
That's,
did, but I said, ain't no way in the hell you did that. So then I went over there and saw the entire process from start to finish.
Mhm.
And then I said, I rest my case.
Yeah. You
'Cause you
paid
did
attention.
I
Somebody else went over there, they didn't pay attention.
well, why are you so hard on
The
him?
guy
He's
that's
young.
feeding his face over there.
He's young, man. You know what I mean? Jeff is so talented. Sometimes you can have too many skills when you're young. He's just kind of working through that right now.
Jeff sat there and said, hold on. What you do again?
No, I went over there, Jeffrey, I
Jeff
went over
and
there.
Ricky Irvins. They
I
can't.
saw him do every step of the process. He did everything. I saw it with my own eyes. And then I said, okay, I gotta give it up.
But what I'm trying to relate or make sure fans get is we have a guy now who knows and has been a part of constructing something that's special.
We got the monster maker.
If the dude Ian who wrote this article, well, Ian probably did more research than I did, but Ian is telling you that the 49ers are the number one team with the best constructed roster out there. And I believe Adam Peters coming from that gives us hope of starting to have something very similar.
He knows the formula.
Your comment was they find people from 4th to 7th round that are great. But they also hit people in the 2nd and 3rd that play better than first round.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
I think if we could start getting on that path, because I have been frustrated because I think a lot of fans in town, we fallen for the first round. That's all we can get. Oh man, we gotta get first round. No. We gotta pick the right damn players no matter what round it is to play.
How many twos we've blown? Almost a decade of boo-boos at the twos. And again, it's like that's why I love Purdy so much. He's probably been the most refreshing thing to football for me. Because we're so round conscious, yet most of our success here happened not even having first round picks.
Yeah.
You know, and so what he's created is what we always had because it was a competitive environment because nobody had draft status.
Yeah.
You had to go prove it.
You had to prove it all the time.
All the time.
So I hope what people are taking from this is that I'm telling you, you have a guy who's going to pick people that are going to compete. And then you have a lion tamer who's leading the way that's going to make them really compete.
That's right.
So, hey.
That's right.